Peace and love, everyone. Sending you all positive energy, high vibrations, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Today, I'm going to be doing a part 2 on the foundation in Kemet of masculine and feminine energy. Okay, the divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy held the foundation up in Kemet by the principles that they live by. They kept balance throughout humanity. Okay, so I left off stating that everything is based on complete opposites for creation. So we have negative, we have positive, we have light, we have dark, we have sun, we have moon. And I left off letting you all know the energy of the sun, which is the life giver, okay? The creator of all, okay? The life force of energy, 111 God. And I was letting you all know the roles that they play. So, for example, we have the moon. Okay, the moon is symbolic to divine feminine energy, fertility, emotion, internal, okay, and intuitive. Okay, so the masculine, known as the sun energy, is known as the physical, the external, okay, the light, the sun. Okay, so they all had different roles that they played in the universe. Okay, when we're dealing with complete opposites, okay, they let us know the energy of how they work for as creation. Okay, so always be familiar with that. So it was two other divine masculine and feminine energies that I wanted to speak about, and the first two is Nefertiti and also Akhenaten. Okay, when we're dealing with Nefertiti, she was a beautiful queen. She wore a box shaped crown, so beautiful. I know how to make them too. I'm gonna start making mine. Known as one of the most beautiful queens. Okay, she was known as the Queen of Kemet. Okay, so she ruled like the second dynasty. Okay, and she was the ruler over all queens. Okay, she dealt with magic, high priest. Okay, power, royal woman. Okay, and she had like 6 daughters by Akhenaten. Okay, Akhenaten, I'm probably jacking his name up. Akhenaten had the sun disk of the sun. Okay, and when you saw Nefertiti and Akhenaten, they were always seen like with the sun, a picture of the sun. I'm gonna show a picture so y'all can see it. If I can put it at my description below. But they were always seen as being by the sun with the sun rays, like the round sun was there, then they had the rays of the sun coming out. Also, they were in like golden pictures, and they was the one of the like first ones after a starting to set that really ruled Kemet for a while. Okay, so they was known as, they said they was the messenger for Ra. Okay, so they always was symbolic. Akhenaten was symbolic to the sun god Ra. Okay, so when we deal with both of them, they was known as the royal couples. Okay, and they held Kemet up for a long time. Like I said, it was like the second new kingdom. Okay, and she was in control of all the women, fertility, authority. Okay, and she gave other women like they considerable roles where she wanted them to do in Kemet. Okay, so that was Nefertiti and Akhenaten. Okay, Then we had two very powerful divine masculine and feminine energy, and that was Horus and Hector. Okay, now Horus is known as Haru as well, and he had a battle with Set, which is his uncle. Okay, and he was battling his uncle to take over rulership of Kemet because Set had killed his father, Asar. Okay, so Haru ended up winning the battle. Okay, but in the midst of the battle, his uncle Set had chopped him up 5:45 on the clock. He had chopped him up into like I don't know how many pieces, but he had poked his eye out. Okay, and his eye was restored by his mother, Aset, and also Dahudi helped restore his eye. Okay, so the eye of Horus is symbolic. That was like his left eye, I believe. And the eye of Horus is symbolic to our pineal gland, our connection to the cosmos. Okay, Haru, he was known as the ruler of all rulers. He took after the place after his dead Asar. Okay, power. His eye also was symbolic to the moon and also the sun. Okay, so it was symbolic to the rising sun and the rising star. Okay, then the left eye was symbolic to health, restoring, death and rebirth. They had like rituals they performed, and it was in the remembrance of what had happened to him during the battle with his uncle Set. Okay, and how they had to restore his eye. So they had like rituals and ceremonies to show respect for the eye. Okay, also it was symbolic to the moon. So the waxing in the morning moon was when around the time that they restored his eye. So that's what his eye was symbolic to as well. Okay, I always be familiar with that. So we had very powerful divine masculine and feminine energy that went by these roles in Kemet. They kept them to have balance, okay, on the earth so it won't be disrupted. So when we deal with Hector, she was known as the mission of Horus. Okay, I think that was cute. So she was depicted as a cow. She was symbolic to fertility, power, protection, love, magic, joy, music, happiness. She's seen as with the sun disk and horns on her head, and it was symbolic to the cows for fertility. Okay, she was also known as the protector of women as well. Okay, and she was symbolic to motherhood. Okay, so when we see these Kemetic gods and goddesses, just know that each one had a divine counterpart. Okay, and that was the principles that held Kemet up, was the principles of the divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay, it was a part of the core creation. Okay, and they used the principles to keep a strong foundation. Okay, throughout Kemet. So it was a lot of Kemetic gods I wasn't familiar with, and I was like, okay, when I start researching and raising my consciousness level, I'm like, okay, wow, this is interesting. I didn't know that. So I just wanted to come on and shed some light on the divine masculine and divine feminine energy and how they kept a strong foundation of balance with the principles of divine masculine and divine feminine energy. I love you all, and I will be back with more African spirituality, just divine oneness knowledge. I love you all. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You hit the like button. and leave any comments or questions, 9:59, in the description below. Okay, I love you all, and I'll be back with more. Peace and love.